Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, January 5th, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. The United States Coast Guard and surrounding vessels are responding to a pre-dawn fire on an oil platform in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Louisiana. The blaze was reported at about 2:30 a.m. on an oil platform 80 miles south of Grand Isle, Louisiana. 4 people aboard the platform were evacuated into the water, I guess meaning they were jumped. They were rescued by a ship, a 130-foot ship called the Mary Wyatt Milano, which is also helping the Coast Guard battle the flames. It's unknown yet as to which company owns the platform, or of course as to what the cause of the blaze is. The city of Paris could lure as many as 20,000 workers from Britain's finance industry, mainly coming from the city of London, with the exodus potentially starting within weeks as the United Kingdom begins its withdrawal from the European Union. Paris will make its case to London-based executives in a series of February meetings as it competes for London talent with rival cities such as Frankfurt. Europe's marketing materials that the Parisians are using show that it will extol how Paris already employs more than 180,000 financiers and is home to the region's biggest bond market. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Theresa May, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, continues to say that they expect to trigger Article 50 in March, meaning they will formally notify the European Union of their plans to leave, which starts the 2-year clock running. According to the Norwegian Prime Minister, Britain lacks experience in international negotiations due to its long membership of the European Union, and this can slow talks. The Prime Minister of Norway, Erna Solberg, said that she fears a very hard Brexit. She said that she hoped Britain would be able to negotiate an agreement that keeps it very close to the EU, but said that this would be a very difficult task. The Long Island Railroad commuter train crashed yesterday morning at about 8:30 a.m. at the Atlantic Terminal in Brooklyn, injuring about 103 people. The train apparently was moving at a rate of speed that was a bit excessive because it crashed through the bump, the brake platform, the obstacle actually at the end of the track, which caused one of the rails to actually pierce the bottom of the train. It was very fortunate there were not greater degrees of injuries. 430 passengers were on the train when this event happened. Disappointing holiday season sales at Macy's and Kohl's underscored the uphill task department stores' brick-and-mortar facilities continue to face in winning back shoppers who turn to online retailers. Macy's shares were down about 10% in pre-market trading today, and Kohl's had dipped 15%. This is after both reported lower than expected sales for November and December and cut their full-year profit forecasts. According to an analyst, the strength around Thanksgiving and Christmas was insufficient to offset the sales weakness in the balance of the quarter. In addition, these peak selling periods were characterized by greater promotions, which contributed to weaker than anticipated gross margins as well. Donald Trump had tweeted about the spending increase of consumers, saying, quote, "The world was gloomy before I won. There was no hope. Now the market is up nearly 10% and Christmas spending is over $1 trillion. One analyst said that department stores missed the $1 trillion tweet. At least 5 miners were killed in a gas explosion that occurred in one of the mines in China's Henan province. This was in the city of Dangfang in Zhengzhou. There were 51 people in the mine at the time of the explosion. 39 managed to get to the top. 7 miners are still blocked underground. China has slammed President-elect Donald Trump over his use of Twitter to conduct international diplomacy. They published a commentary in the country's official news agency. They said, quote, the obsession with Twitter diplomacy is undesirable. It's commonly accepted that diplomacy is not a child's game, and even less is it dealing as a business dealing. As former United States Secretary of State Madeleine Albright said, Twitter should not be a tool for foreign policy. Albright was Secretary of State under Bill Clinton, and was a vocal supporter of Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton. Meanwhile, Trump continues to tweet, several tweets just today, talking about the repeal of Obamacare. In 15 minutes' time, in front of the Senate Armed Services Committee, the chairman, John McCain, is going to be holding a hearing with the heads of the intelligence agencies to get a report on the Russian hacking of the election. President Obama has received a briefing already today, and that briefing is scheduled for tomorrow for President-elect Trump, who continues to deny that the Russian hacking occurred. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.